What's up YouTube, Webberz05 here, coming at you today with Q&A number 20. And following once again in the tradition of doing so while gaming, today I'm doing it whilst doing Salmon Run on Splatoon 3 with my good friend, that other G, who's streaming on Twitch. Oh, so it's Mudmouths. And I'm right in the right place. Okay, and I will start with the questions, well, as soon as I can pay attention to be able to... Okay, so once again, my questions today are from my good friend Dr.Patrician84. And once again, I will check out the questions once I'm in a position to do so. What do I think? Shoot, missed. I will say, doing it like this makes it substantially more interesting. Okay, so first question from Dr.Patrician84. Have you seen any of the fan-made Yu-Gi-Oh series on YouTube? Examples in being Revelations of the Seal of Valor characters, Yu-Gi-Oh! Excalibur, Card Heroes, and Real Life Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh god. No, I have not seen any of them. I have heard of them, though. They do... From some of the ones I've heard of, they do seem quite amusing, but I haven't really taken a proper look into it. Get away from me! Ow. Okay, maybe Splatoon's not the best game to be able to do whilst doing a Q&A, but... hey, it is amusing. So yeah. Yeah, so some of the real life series are quite interesting. Thank you for whoever originated. Get away from me, you little small fries! Just stay alive. Stay alive. I'm dead. Okay, yes, Splatoon 3. Much harder game to be able to concentrate on doing both. Also don't have the best weapon right now. Okay, but yeah, so far... So yeah, I haven't really seen any of this series. Probably not going to check them out though. Okay, this is a better weapon. This should be easier. These next 4 questions are about 4 of the 5 decks Emma owns. They don't have to be about hers in particular, but here they are. So question 2, thoughts on Melfies? So I've never actually played against Melfies, so I don't really understand what they do. But based on the artworks of some of the cards and the playmat commission you asked me to do for her, I very much did enjoy designing it, and they do look interesting. But I would have to play against them to like properly understand the deck and have probably a better opinion about them. But yeah, overall they look pretty interesting. I'd certainly be happy to face against them at some point. Could be that. Hey, that's my egg. Set it off. Ah, it's too high. Too high. Oh, I'll take care of that. No, I won't. Get away from me. So yeah, I'd definitely be interested in seeing what Melfies are like, but yeah, like I said, until I've actually played against them, I don't really have a huge opinion. Get down, because I'm dead. Question 3, thoughts on Light Swans? Light Swans as a deck are definitely quite interesting. They were certainly in their prime during the points of, oh god, ah! So yeah, Light Swans were definitely, I think, were in their prime when That Grass is Greener was legal. When basically 60 card decks meant that they could play with such ease. Get me up. But yes, 60 card Light Swan was definitely a huge thing. I myself had a variant of 60 card Light Swan, using it in combination with Cyberdogs, because I thought, let's see, mill my entire deck. That sets up Cyberdark Impact, gets a dragon in the grave, and can dump a bunch of monsters in the grave. What a great way to abuse Cyberdark Dragon. Oh, I don't have dualies anymore. There. Question 4. Thoughts on Karibo? I don't really think I've ever tried to play against a Karibo-based deck, so I'd need to like play against one to know, but as an archetype... Oh, I got distracted in my talking and I got eaten. But yeah, as an archetype, Karibo's quite interesting. I know that they've got that new support in like 5-star Twilight and the other Karibo brothers. So that certainly looks interesting somewhat. Thank you to whoever was made. Oh yeah, I've got specials that I can use. So yeah, right, I was talking about Karibo. So yeah, Karibo is definitely interesting. Certainly very fun watching it in the anime of Yugi using it to save himself from dying, from losing every time. Okay, who's still alive? We lost. Well, that's kind of what happens when I'm doing Splatoon and I'm trying to stream it and I'm trying to do a video at the same time. I cannot concentrate on both, but it makes it amusing at least. So yeah, Karibo is definitely interesting. I would definitely like to take a look and see if anyone's got the updated deck with like some of the newest support, because I know they've got like Karibo Brothers, Curry Babylon. I'd definitely like to take a look at it at some point, so that'd be good. Hey, I got a reward. Again. Question 5. Thoughts on Fortune Fairies? Fortune Fairies, I think, are quite amusing. Yeah, Fortune Fairies I quite like. Oh no, wait. Or is it Fortune Ladies I like? I think it's Fortune Ladies I'm more interested in. Fortune Fairies, I know bits about the deck, not a tremendous lot. Because I think from what I've seen from the monsters, essentially they just do stuff when you draw them. But I've been more focused on like the Fortune Fairies. No wait, sorry. Fortune Ladies, which naturally are based around leveling up and doing stuff when they level up, which is quite interesting. But yeah, again, haven't really played against the deck, so don't really have a huge opinion of it. I have a small opinion on the deck from what I've seen when it was used in the 5D's anime by Carly, but naturally she got completely annihilated by, I think it was Saya who kicked her ass. I think it was that. What have I got? Oh, I've got dualies. Sweet. So yeah. And so yeah, that's pretty much my main opinions about Fortune Fairies. Just need to quickly take care of this fish. Oh, bug it off. Retreat off. Scan the area. Die. Okay. Question 6. If you were the last man alive on Earth, what would you do? Now, that's a bit of an Now that's a semi-open question. I'm not sure if you mean the last male person alive or the last physical person on the Earth, as in I'm literally alone by myself. So I will give an opinion on both. So first I'll give the opinion on if I was the last physical person alive. So if I was the last physical person on Earth, I would probably... Well, it depends if I would be aware of it or not. Like, if I wasn't aware of it, which I probably wouldn't be... Running away. So if I was the last person on Earth and I didn't know it, I would probably spend the first bit trying to... Once I started noticing that no one's around, I would probably start searching around, seeing if I could find people. And if I can, like... Well, first I'd probably check some, like, local shops or something. See if I can find anyone. If there's like no local people in the shops, probably my guess would be, okay, something's happened. So probably I do. Now in this situation, guys, like I said, I'm the last person on Earth, so it's not like anyone's gonna know. I would probably try, in that position, I'd probably try looting up long life supplies just in case. Start checking things out and start looking around. And just because I have no idea how long I'd be searching for people. Actually, guys, I do not encourage stealing, but if you're the last person alive, it's not exactly stealing because nobody's gonna know. But, so yeah, I'd probably get some long-lasting supplies to start looking around for people. And then probably and if I'm at the position that I've not found anyone, not really sure what I would do. Because if I'm the last person alive, I'm going to get really bored really quickly because there's nobody around. So, I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'd do. But maybe try and... I'd probably maybe part of me would try and do some of the stuff I've never been able to do. Because for those who don't know, I suffer from light sensitivity, so I can't actually go outside in the day. without my skin without my skin burning really easily. Like, I burn about, I think the maths is I burn approximately 4 times quicker than a normal person would. So burning at that rate, I would not last outside very long on my own without personal protection. But I don't actually know the science of how long that lasts, so if I was the last person alive, I suppose, and if I am at that point of like proper loneliness, at some point I'm probably going to want to just, I don't know, maybe it will just give me an excuse to figure out exactly how long it takes. I mean, if I'm the last person alive, I'm going to get really lonely. I'm going to have no one to talk to. At some point, I'm going to run out of resources of, like, food. So, I don't know. At some point, I'd probably just... I don't really want to say it, but you guys get the idea. But that's under the circumstance you're suggesting I'm the last physical person on the Earth. Now, if you're suggesting from the other perspective, like I'm just the last male person, if I'm just the last male person alive, but females still exist, then probably the easiest thing then it's probably quite simple what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start scoping around for females. Quite easily. Well, not necessarily easily, but hey, I've probably got a better but I don't have a good dating history, guys, so if I'm the only man alive, kind of ups my chances somewhat. But yeah, this is all a hypothetical situation, but yes, but yes, those would probably be my plan. And I will check the next question after I get rid of the swarm. Get away from me. 17. Oh no. Hey, I killed you. Jump! Running! Running! Ah! Dead. Oh well, that was the end of the wave anyway, so that's no big deal. So yeah, sometimes it is fun to postulate what life would be like in an alternate universe where you're like the last person or whatever. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, another question based on an alternate universe or something. Question 7. How would you react if you met a parallel universe version of yourself that hates Endymion, Plunder Patrol, Pendulum Magician, Amorphage, and Counter Fairies? Let me think. Well, if it's an alternate version of me that hates all of those decks, I mean, I don't blame them for hating Amorphage and Counter Fairies. I don't like them particularly much either. I've only played them. The only reason I have played them is because I like to try different deck styles. So it's not like I play them it's not like I've personally chosen to play them to annoy people. I just wanted to have a go and have a bit of fun. I mean, I played Amorphage quite a lot when I was doing Legacy of the Duelist, and I quite enjoyed it in some of the Master Duel during some of the Master Duel Duelist Cup. It was really great at being able to beat out my opponents there. But I personally don't like relying on the strategy myself. So if I met an alternate version of me that hates these decks, so if it hates Counter Fairies and hates Amorphage, whatever, if he hates Endymion, Plunder Patrol, and Pendulum Magician, I'd be very interested to see what kind of duelist this alternate version of me is, so I would certainly be willing to challenge him to a match. I missed. Oh. So yeah, I think it would be a pretty interesting guy. Oh, I've always wondered what it would be like to have other versions of me. So yeah, that would be a good excuse to figure out what kind of decks an alternate me is interested in. Who knows? I mean, there are a lot of decks that I have played that you didn't mention in there, like Odd Eyes isn't listed, so maybe he'd still have an Odd Eyes deck. Could have Black Wings. yeah, I'd just be generally interested to see what kind of decks he's playing. So yeah, I think he would be a pretty interesting guy. But still probably no match for me if he's not using those decks. And just quickly get into a position where I can... question... I'm really not in the best position to check right now. Die. My best. Oh dear. Got it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. And final question on the list. Question 8. How would you react if you met a parallel universe version of me who likes the decks I just listed in the last question? Well, that's semi-debatable on how I'd feel about that. On the one hand, because he likes the decks that I play, that makes him far more willing to go against them, which means I'd be able to get in more practice with my good friend. But at the same time, it just wouldn't feel right because it's not the Richie I know. So, very hard to say. But that being said, but simultaneously, if this parallel version of Richie likes these decks, I wonder what kind of decks he'd be playing. I wonder. So yes, it would certainly be interesting. I mean, Richie, I don't expect you to just suddenly change who you are and say that you want to face these decks. I completely respect your decision to like and play whatever decks you enjoy and dislike, because that's what everyone's like. Like me, for example, I'm personally not fond of your Rainbow. I'm not personally fond of your Rainbow Neos because that's really annoying to go against. I think it's particularly stuck into my memory of not liking it of the match of my Cyberducks against Rainbow Neos, and you just shuffled out my entire graveyard and weakened down my dragon. I mean, that's... And then, just to add insult to injury, you also popped my equip card. So, yeah. But yeah, actually, each person to their own. So I would certainly think an alternate version of you that would like those decks. I'd just be interested in seeing what kind of decks he's playing. And on that note, guys, that's all the questions in this Q&A. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Dark Patrician 84, for your questions. Always amusing, as always. And remember, guys, I do these Q&As every Wednesday, UK time, mid to early afternoon. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.